Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this part 4 of repairing a Clarissa guitar. So, let's see how the gluing has come, and it looks good at the first sight. It is sturdy, it's not moving anymore. It's probably stronger than it was before. I will try to fill up that hole, but it will not affect the playing or the sound. But just to be sure, I'll put in a dowel, a wooden dowel, just for the heck of it. So first I will unscrew the neck from the body. I want to look inside of the cavity and see what's going on. Especially I want to see if there is a crack there. I mean into the wood, or it's just in the lacquer. If it is a crack, normally it's not a very difficult repair. The bolt on neck should come off now easily. And it does. So I will have a closer look at it. It looks okay. Original. Bit of a mess, but nothing serious going on. The neck doesn't seem to be cracked through. Looks good. Looks alright. So it's basically a good guitar. We are lucky. So here I have a Tufnol rod. Tufnol is a very interesting and strong material. It is a cotton laminated phenolic resin. It was designed by a British engineer called George Allison in the late 1900s. So I will drill a hole from right to left, glue the Tufnol in, and it will never break again. And of course it will be invisible, it will be inside of the wood of the headstock. The rod is 5 millimeters. Now I drill with 4.9 and then with 5 millimeter to get a tight fit. So I drilled first 4.9 millimeter and then 5. That gives a nicer hole. Now the Tufnol rod will be inserted and it is a very nice fit. Of course I have to drill a release hole for the air, because it is a tight fit. The air will pump up and blow the rod back. So at the bottom of the hole I will drill from behind of the headstock a little hole, so the air can escape. And I will do the same with the little crack. Here you see the air escape hole, and here you see the drilled hole for the Tufnol rod. So this is for the air escape. You could call it a bleed or a ventilation hole. When the rod is glued in, I will close the ventilation hole with a little wooden pricker, like that. So I will fit the holes with the Tufnol dowel pins, and I will glue it in with 2-component epoxy glue. Of course we have to mix it well, or else it will not set, it will not harden. So this type of glue will set or harden from itself with the hardener, and it does not dry on the air. It is a chemical reaction. I will try to film it, but it may not work, so let's give it a go. First the epoxy glue on the Tufnol rod and inside of the hole, and now you see it is going in. Of course I will cut it off at length. And if you do not have the ventilation holes, it will come back out. I will use a little hammer to put them completely to the bottom. So the dowel pins have been glued in. The glue has to harden out to set, and then we will sand it and make it look nice again. So the next thing to do is to fill these ventilation holes with a wooden pricker and 2-component epoxy glue. So this is a very strong repair, and it will never break again on that point. We have to let it dry and harden out for now, and then of course I will fix the surface. For now I will lay the neck to rest so the glue can cure. So the glue is hardened out, is set, and now I will fix the remains of the dowel pins. This is all cosmetical, of course. You will never see the dowel pins because they are beneath the headstock mechanisms, tuning pegs. And I will see if I can fill that gap. It has nothing to do with playability or sound, but it is visual. Well, I'll look for a filler. As you can see, the headstock tuners will cover the dowel pins, so you won't see it. You will see that dowel, but I will try to stain it and make it like the ventilation hole plugs. I will see if I can find a good stain so that you don't see it too much. But I'm confident that it will look okay and it will play well. Yeah, it's a nice guitar, and technically it's in good order. The headstock is not very beautiful, but you know, it's okay. Now I'm checking the neck at the 12th fret that is there. The distance between the fret and the snare has to be about 2 to 3 millimeter. So I will start sanding now, and of course I need some protection. So I've been doing some sanding and filling, and the filling has to dry now. So I leave it to dry for a day or so. So I sanded the headstock and put some stain on it. Now it has to dry again, and then we'll sand it down again. So it's dried, the stain has dried, and it looks a bit better now. Yes, I sprayed some lacquer, some clear lacquer on it. Looks good. And after the lacquer I will polish it. It looks acceptable. It's the underside is also better now. I'm happy. Okay, so I'll leave it to dry further, and thank you for watching, and see you in part 5.